大家好 Hello everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. 谢谢你们来看我们的 YouTube channel. As you know that in this series of videos, I'm trying to cover many grammar points which are in Mandarin language. So what is the today's grammar point? Let's see what's the today's grammar point. So today we are going to discuss about dao, right? So what does dao means and what is the usage of dao? And why I have chosen this grammar point? Because many of my students get confused with the usage of this grammar point. So let's understand it today. How can we use it and what is the meaning of dao, right? The first step will start with the meaning of dao. So the word dao means both or all, right? So that is the first thing which you need to know. Dao can mean both or all. The second step which we have to know, and that's a very important step, once you know the positioning of dao, half of your doubts or half of your confusions will be cleared. So the positioning of dao is it always comes after the subject. So it's like a subject plus dao plus verb phrase. So whatever the verb phrase is. Okay. So this is a very important point, is the positioning of dao. Where do we put it? It comes after the subject and before the verb. Right? Now let's understand the uses of dao with some examples. So why examples? Because some of the sentences are very similar to English. So how we use the words both or all in English, in Mandarin also we use the same way, dao. But in some sentences it's a confusing. So where's the confusion? So let's understand that. So first we'll see the sentences which we can relate to English or which is same in English as well as in Mandarin. The first one is they both are my friends, right? So they both are my friends. We're using the word both. In Mandarin, how will I say it? 他们都是我的朋友, right? So you can see here both and dao. It's the same as English, right? They both are my friends. 他们都是我的朋友. Let's see another example. We all are from India, right? We all are from India. And how I'm going to write it in Mandarin? 我们都是印度人. 我们都是印度人. So again you can see all and dao. They are coming in the same way how we say it in English. But now there are some sentences in which in English, like in there are some sentences in which in English we don't write thou or all or both, and in English sentences it seems unnecessary, but we do write it in Mandarin language. So let's see the example of those sentences. Everyone has arrived, right? So everyone has arrived. How I say it in Mandarin? 大家都来了. 大家都来了. Right? You can see here, it's like everyone all came. And if you look at the sentence, why thou is there? But if you don't write thou in Chinese sentence, it looks a little weird. So you have to get used to it. So whenever the subject, as I told you, thou comes after the subject. So whenever the subject is in a multiple, or it's defining many things, we put thou. Right? So it's like dajia. Dajia is everyone. So it's a group of things, right? Group of people, group of things. We usually say with the dao. So dao is a kind of a further emphasizing, right? And again, very typical of Mandarin language. Let's see with another example. Sometimes some things which are happening on a regular basis or daily basis, for those scenarios also we use dao. So if I look at the sentence, every day I wake up at 6. Okay, so how will I say it in Mandarin? 我每天都6点起床. Right, so 每天, every day. This is again a plural or a group of things. And after that I'll put dao. But in English language, we will not say dao. Right? So this is a very simple, way to understand the use of thou and thou, which is both or all. And as I told you, what is important is the positioning of thou. Once you know the positioning of thou, you will be very easily frame the sentence. And I have tried to explain it with very simple examples. I hope that you understood this. And in case, whenever you see thou in some sentences, don't try to really dig and understand why thou is there. It just wants to, imply, or it just wants to cover all the aspect in that particular sentence. It can be everyone, it can be all of us, it can be all fruits, it can be all colors. So that's what they are trying to do. So with this simple understanding of thou, I request you to start forming some sentences so that you understand it better. And if you have not understood still, please do let me know. I will try to explain it further with more examples. And if there is any other grammar point which you find difficult to understand, or you get confused in using that grammar point, please do let me know in the comment section. I will try to cover that grammar point as well. Thank you, 谢谢, and I hope to see you soon with more such videos. And if you like such content, please do like the video, subscribe to my channel, and share it with your friends. 谢谢。